Hello everyone and welcome to Free Range Diva. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Yeah, it's going to be something that I personally hate to do. I hate throwing stuff out unless I've used it up. But sometimes you just have to clear things out just for the sake of space and for practicality. And in this case, it's going to be makeup. I'm going to do a massive makeup declutter. Now, the good news for you guys is that if you watch this with me, you'll probably hear about some brands, some green cleaner beauty brands that you may not be familiar with, and some that I can recommend that you might want to try. I'm going to do this in two parts. Today, part one is going to be my base products as well as lip products. And then part two, which will be on Saturday, hopefully, fingers crossed. Part two is going to be eye products and cheek products. So there's the box. Oops. And I think the most efficient way to do this is to just turn the camera down onto the box in front of me, and then that way I don't have to, constantly be picking things up and showing you things that you can't really see because you can't get in close. So let me prepare my arm for swatching. Let me grab some tissue to clean up with, and we'll get started. All right. Let's start with lips because that's the most of them, and let's start with what I know I'm keeping, and that's going to be these lipsticks from Merit, the signature lip from Merit. I've got two colors here. I've got this orangey red called Aperitif and this brownie pink called Baby. Let's do a quick swatch. Let's do it here. Here's Baby. So that's Aperitif, and that one is Baby. And on me, both of these colors are very flattering. I love Merit's formula and their packaging, but their lipsticks, the signature lip, are extremely moisturizing. So these aren't going anywhere. I've got two shades from MAC that I'm keeping. Actually, I have three. And the third one, I forget the name of it. It's in one of my purses somewhere, but it's a nude shade. However, these two, they're classic Russian red, and this is Sea Sheer. And these two shades I have worn, well, one you can see I've worn down. Here are the two shades, Russian red, classic, deep, more of a neutral red, and then Sea Sheer, which is this one, is much more of a, it's like a warm, deep peach shade. And both of these again are very flattering on me, and that's why I've kept them. And the third shade, I will get it and show you at some point. I found the MAC shade in my purse that I wanted to show you because if you have medium tan skin with a neutral or warm undertone and you struggle to find nudes that look really flattering on you, this was one of the first lipstick shades that I found that looked really, really good on my skin tone that did not wash me out. It's called Half and Half, and I just wanted to put it on and show you what this looks like. Of course, it's got that creamy MAC formula, but this is just really, really flattering. So warm to neutral undertone, tan skin. So you need something with a little punch, and this has it. So I bought, this is second or third tube, and I'll keep buying it as long as it's around. Fortunately, MAC tends to keep their shades. They don't discontinue them every 5 minutes like some other companies that I won't mention. I've got two shades from Red Apple lipstick. The brownie pink is called Chai Love You. And this lighter, yeah, it's got a little bit of an orange undertone to it. It's called Sweet Pea, by the way. Red Apple is a natural lipstick brand. Their formulas are very moisturizing. Their colors are soft and very wearable. Their shades last all day, and they're also very flattering on most skin tones, their coloring. So 2 of these, I had a third one that I lost. It was another pink, and I keep thinking I'll find it somewhere, but I haven't so far. So keeping those 2. Now let's get into some fun that I'm not keeping. At one point, Han, which is a company that no longer exists, they've gone out of business, but at one point they were doing lip and cheek shades that you could wear on both. And these 2 shades, I'm not going to swatch them because obviously they're gone. You can't get them. The formula I felt was a little bit drying on the lips and the cheeks, and they weren't that flattering on me. So pile over here is the pile that's going away. Here from Well People. This shade I absolutely loved, and I forgot about it and didn't wear it as much as I should have. This is what was their Optimist lipstick, and the shade was New Mystic, but this has now been discontinued. The whole formula has been discontinued, and I love this kind of raspberry, pinky, yeah, it was just a beautiful berry shade on me, and now unfortunately it's gone off. There you can see it. Yeah, it doesn't smell very good anymore, so I have to throw it out. And when I just, like I said, I forgot about it, and that's what happens when you have too many things. You don't use stuff the way that you should. Yeah, so I forgot about it, and when I went to purchase it again, surprise, it was gone. This actually is a shade from Pat McGrath Labs. It's a nude shade, but on me it does absolutely nothing other than wash me out and make my skin look kind of gray. So nice formula though, obviously. So I'm gonna have to let this one go. So there is a company called Color the World, and they make lipsticks that are specifically formulated to hydrate and moisturize women who are older, with drier skin and drier lips and all those things. And I had like 5 shades of their lipsticks. I only have 3 left, and the problem with these for me is that the undertones on their lipsticks just did not play well with my undertone. I'll show you the 3 colors. And my undertone is kind of neutral. This bright red is called Southern Red. And this, as you can see going on, this is very dry, this formula, which is surprising because it's dried out over time. It was not that dry when I first got it. And it's a blue red. It's definitely a blue red. This one is Sunset. This is a coral, peachy coral, which is okay, but then when I put this on, it just looks awful. I don't understand it. But that one's a lot more moisturizing. That one feels softer and more moisturizing than the Southern Red. And indeed, I'm looking at this on camera, and it doesn't look that bad. But like I said, I have tried, and this one is called Heartfelt. And again, this is more of an orange shade, like a terracotta orange shade. And maybe it looks okay on camera, but you have to just trust me on this. I put this on my lips. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this one. Okay, I'm going to keep trying to work with this one, because the formula is really great. This company is really great. As you can see, this packaging is paper. It's paper packaging, so they are really low waste. They make formulas that are supposed to be flattering on mature women. It's just, I think my undertone doesn't play well, or their lipsticks just don't play well with my undertone. But I will keep that last one, the heartfelt. Because even as I'm looking at it right now, I mean, you can see the formula. It's not streaky. It's more of a balm. It's more, you know, it's leading more into the balm as opposed to lipstick. And it's a little bit streaky. I can't tell a lie. It's a little bit streaky, but when you rub your lips together, it looks fine. Very moisturizing, has a nice shine to it. These are, no. And will probably work well. These colors, again, are very flattering. They're not too pigmented so that your lips stand out. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do with that. Oh yeah, speaking of nice formulas, this is actually a repurchase. I bought this color twice. This is called Exotic, and their formulas are not, they're definitely more of a lip balm formula as well. As you can tell, I tend to like that. So it's very moisturizing, very creamy on the lips, feels great. And this actually is a flattering shade for my skin tone. So I'll be keeping that. This is another Color of the World lipstick. This one's called Karen's True Red. In the bullet, it looks like it's very pigmented and dark, but then when you put it on the skin, it's not. It's just very balmy again, which makes it easy to wear, but if you were looking for this punchy kind of red, you'd be disappointed. However, I'm keeping it. Ooh, clean up. Okay, from Lily Lolo, I've got a nude shade here called Nude Allure, and this one is a medium pink called Mi Amor. This I'm keeping. This just washes out and does nothing for me, unfortunately. So as you can see, I have used, not all of it, but I've tried to use a bit of it. Show you the swatch. Can you even see that? It's really nude. It's really pale. Beautiful formula, very creamy formula. Now that is color payoff, and that's almost a raspberry pink. It's so bright. This is definitely a nice summer shade when you don't want to do like a red. And Lily Lolo is one of my favorite brands. You're going to see several products from them. I'm going to keep this shade, this dark pink shade, and then everything else this one is going to have to go. And these are still good, which is good. There was a time when green beauty companies, their products would die after about 6 months. They'd go off, but they're formulating them much better now, and they are lasting a lot longer. Ooh, almost done. Okay. This was just a little sample that I got in a box from somewhere, probably in a Sephora order. It's Ilia's. This is called Only You. This is their gloss. It's kind of it's like a lip shine product in a pink. I'm keeping this because I'm almost out of my hand lip gloss, and I think this would be a good substitute. So keeping this. I'm keeping more than I thought I would, actually. This I'm definitely keeping. This is from Care Weiss. This is Visionary. This is a matte lip. And this on me is stunning. It's a brownie pink, but when I put it on, it's more of a pinky pink, not so much brown. I wear it on camera a lot. I wear this in videos a lot. I wear it on the street a lot. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Visionary from Care Weiss. And you can buy their products out of their packaging. This is just like a refill kind of thing. But so it's not in their regular lip packaging, but it's a way to save money because Care Weiss products are not cheap, and it works just as well. Okay, This Trailblazer shade from Han has been my ride or die forever. And this gloss, smells like vanilla. It's just a beautiful, flattering shade. It just enhances anything that you use this over. And yeah, Han's out of business. So this one I won't bother to swatch. It's called Charisma. It is not as pretty on me as this one, so I'll put that over there. All right, these are all base products. We're going to be looking at foundations and powders. This is from e.l.f. This is their 16-hour camo concealer. My shade is tan. I'll see if I can get the exact shade. But this is a perfect match for me. It has a little bit of orange to it, so it does get rid of those dark, under eye circles. It helps to neutralize those. And third or fourth bottle. Love it. From a company called C'est Moi. This was their tinted moisturizer. I used this for a while over the first summer, not this past summer, but the summer before, and kept it around. I felt like it was a little thick and more appropriate for someone with drier skin than what I tend to have in the summertime. I don't know that I'm a big tinted moisturizer fan either. Maybe it's just the formula. However, this doesn't have corn. It's one of the few tinted moisturizers I was able to find that I could actually use. So if I'm gonna go on vacation again and want something really light, I may buy this again. Okay, Pacifica, this was their neutralizing mineral mattifier, and this is the powder that I use all the time. This is my regular setting powder. One that I'm not keeping, this is a setting powder from Clear. This is it right here. This is I believe this is their rice powder. Yeah, they call this their rice veil. This kind of light beigey shade, can you see that? Just does nothing for me. And the powder is a little bit grainy. You can see there. So it just doesn't, I don't know, it's just not very good. It's not very good. So, nope. Lily Lolo, I got the sample of their translucent powder. And this, it has a pearl finish, a pearlescence to it that is really pretty on the skin. I actually wore this today. Now, as you can see, this may not be the softest powder, and I'll compare it to the Pacifica powder. So you can see that it's just a softer blurring powder. They're both blurring, but the Lily Lolo does have that kind of a pearl tone to it that looks really, really pretty. Like if you're going out in the evening or something. Oh, no, we're keeping that. So keeping that one. We're getting down to it. I have a cream foundation from Lily Lolo. Lovely formula, very hydrating. I love everything about it, but their shade match is just not compatible with my skin. This is really too light. You can't, I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but I recently tried wearing this again because it's so moisturizing. It's a moisturizing formula that dries matte, if you can believe it. Dry down is pretty quick too, but when I put it on, it's just too light for me. Darn it. So I can't keep it. Mineral makeup, yes. This is from Alima Pure. It's a extremely cleanly formulated mineral powder. They have a ton of shade ranges. This one matches me perfectly. There you go. You can put it on sheer or build it. It has SPF in there. It's easy to work with, and it leaves you your skin. It has a matte finish, but it's not too matte. It looks very natural is what I'm trying to say. So yeah. And of course, mineral makeup like this will last forever. My shade is Warm 4, by the way. This I'm keeping for the case. This is from Jane Iredale. As you can see, I definitely hit pan on this a while ago. This shade, my shade here was called Fawn. This is another mineral makeup. Oh, it can get a little bit. This has kind of a greenish undertone, which wasn't a perfect match, but it was interesting. You know, it didn't look awful. But that green undertone was it kind of neutralized, I guess, my own warm undertone, which I now know is a neutral undertone. I'm keeping the case because Jane Iredale's products, once you have the case, if I decided I wanted to get, this is called their Pure Pressed Base foundation, by the way. If I decided to get this again in another shade, in a shade that's closer to me, I could just get the actual pan itself and then just drop it in here into this case. And this case it's heavy, it's metal, it's a beautiful case. So that's why I'm keeping this. And then the foundations that I use on the regular basis. Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. You've seen this any video. This is the foundation that I usually have on. It's a perfect match. I love the formula. I just bought a brand new bottle, as you can see here, because I used up the other one. And it's got skincare in it. It's a medium coverage that's buildable. It leaves you with a glow, just a soft glow on this that you can easily powder down if you wish. Usually I do not, especially if I'm wearing this out and about. I'll powder it down on camera because it can get a little too shiny. And then the other foundation that I am loving is from Merit, and I would wear this a lot more but this particular shade is not quite, it's a little bit light on me. I can work with it. I can use this to spot, in spot places and under the eyes as a concealer. I also have been using this. I have a kind of a scar on my neck from a fungus, I think. So I cover it up with this, and it's great. I mean, it doesn't go into lines. If I can put it on my neck and not have a problem with it, you should not either. There, you can see the formula's light, how light that is. But like I said, I could use it on my neck. It's a perfect match on my neck. And I can use it under the eyes as a concealer if I want to just not do a full face foundation, but just cover little spaces, little areas that are problematic. There is a better shade match. Sand actually is a better shade match for me. This one is Bisque. It's called Bisque. But Sand looks like it will be a better match. So I might just pick that one up to wear on days when I just want a minimal makeup application. Yeah, keeping that. Okay, so this is what I'm getting rid of so far. Let me just quickly go through lip liners because most of these I'm not keeping. This is a company called ISH Lip Line. I think this came in a box from Petit Vour somewhere. Don't like the formula at all. Yeah, it's dry. The formula is dry, so no. This is from, I've had this for a really long time. This is from Jane Iredale again. This is their Play On Crayon in Naughty. Love it, but it's gotten old now. And yeah, it doesn't smell very good, so it needs to go, unfortunately. But the shade is really nice. It's kind of a, what is that? Like a terracotta shade, like a spicy kind of shade. From City Lips, no, I didn't. I didn't like the color. I'm not going to swatch it because it's got a plumping thing in it, a lot of peppermint or something that kind of burns. It tingles, not burns, it tingles. But I didn't like the formula, didn't like the color, didn't like anything about this. This one from a company called Au Naturel. I don't know if they're still around. They might be. I just don't hear about them a lot. This is, again, has just gotten old, and so it's dried out. It's dried out a lot. But the shade was, ooh, yeah, and I can smell it's off. This shade is called On Point, and this is a beautiful brownie pink shade of liquid lip. This is from MAC. It's called the Dazzle Glass. I think this was also in I got this with another order, like a MAC order or something. It's just too much. It's thick. It's that thick kind of lip gloss, you know, and little glitter. It's just not me. From Milani, I'm just kind of over this red. Yeah, the formula is actually still good, and it's nice and creamy as you would expect. I don't know. I'll keep it. The heck, I'll keep this one because I do have red lipsticks and that would look nice under them. This color is from Mineral Fusion. This is called Elegant. I'm almost done with this. When I am done, I have purchased another color or a similar color from Jane Iredale. If it matches as well as this one, I'll keep that one and I won't buy this again. But the formula, again, is really creamy. So if you like creamy lip liners, and I mean creamy, okay, then Mineral Fusion is your game. I have that one from them, and this is a spice color. I don't know, all the label has come off of this. This one's drying out, and I did get something to replace this color. So I will not be keeping this. It was a kind of a brown with a little bit of a violet undertone. This is another one from Milani. This color is also called Spice. Dry. Whoa. This is a much drier formula. So when you put something like this on, it doesn't move. It's not going anywhere. And that's more of a brown with a kind of an orangey terracotta base to it. Should I keep it? Yeah, I'll keep that one for the time being until I get that order in from Jane Iredale, and then I might toss it. And then speaking of Jane Iredale, love their lip formulas. This one's called Berry. And this one has got that perfect, it's dry enough so that you know that when you put it on, it's not going anywhere. This berry shade is just that, it's berry and it's really flattering. But it also has enough slip or moisture in it that it doesn't drag on the lips. You just put this on and it stays. This looks good under gloss, so this is the kind of thing that I would wear. I would put this on my whole lips and then put a gloss over it, not just the liner with this color. Really pretty color from Jane Iredale. Definitely keeping this one. This was a success. Here is everything that I'm getting rid of. So this is just the first half. There's more to come. Okay, that's it for part 1. Let me know your thoughts on doing this declutter thing. If it's something that you do that works really well for you, just what you thought about what you saw today. Like if you agree with me on some of the color and formula opinions that I had, especially if you've used any of these products before. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends if you really enjoyed it on your social media. And if you want to see more from me, then please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss a thing here at Free Range Diva. All right, part 2 next. See you then. Bye.